So, we are back here in Kyobashad.
I'm telling you the truth. I saw my neighbor reading a book about forbidden Horadric magics. He wants to sow chaos.
Right. This wouldn't have anything to do with the money you owe him, would it?
No, not at all!
Father Inarius sacrificed himself to defeat Lilith, to save us all from damnation. Will he return? That depends if you continue indulging in sin, or stay true to the light.
Of course, they are spinning what really happened and giving the credit to Inarius instead of me. As you can see, it can actually increase the difficulty to Torment 3 on this character if I wanted. But, I don't know. But as you can see, like, once you crank it up to Torment 4, because, well... yeah. Actually, let me go ahead and swap to Torment 3 just to show you what I'm talking about. Now I don't have as much armor as before, or as many resistances. So yeah, things would definitely are gonna hit harder.
He survives! In the light of holy cleansing fire! Let the cries of burning sinners fall on deaf ears! The only guidance, the only truth we faithful need is that of our Father Inarius!
You all know he's dead, right? Just saying. But yeah, something's going on here.
They burned him! He offered himself up and those damn knights burned him!
What's going on here?
Oh, Father, how spear of light, you who pierced hatred's heart, save us from your servants. Come back to us.
What drew this crowd?
Same as always. Put a sinner on parade, and the masses will come to Gok. Just be thankful it wasn't you.
Let them try. What happened?
Leave her be. She suffered enough already. I will tell you what you wish to know. It started last night, with the tolling of the bells.
Behold, the Reverend Mother Prova and the Burn Knight Yorivar, sole survivors of the battle at Hell's Gates.
Today we gather to witness the dawn of a new age. One made possible by the courage and sacrifice of our father Inarius. Yuravar and I have returned from the depths of hell, bearing his message along with the scars of our trials, to show that our devotion has not wavered.
In hell, I was cleansed by battle and flame. Doubt and wickedness were burned away. But in the end, I was preserved. May all who serve the light do the same. This man is a mercenary, sworn to the service of the murderer Lorath. He tried to hide the Horadrim girl Neyrel from our judgment. A girl who threatens us all by carrying a fragment of the very same evil I battled in hell.
Do you agree to repent of your sins and walk with us in the light?
I do. Bless you, Reverend Mother. Thank you. In the name of the Holy Father, I swear it.
Release him.
With all due respect, Reverend Mother, Father Inarius' mercy was great, but did he not also preach justice? Where then was the mercy for Yosef when Lorath slaughtered him?
Yurevar.
What does it say about the cathedral if we allow such sins to go unpunished? Neither Lorath or the girl have been found. We have gained nothing. So tell me, is he owed mercy? Or is it justice? Justice! 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 Justice!
No, please. I told you everything. I repented.
You see, his sins were too great, too deep, and his faith was not strong enough to preserve him. Evil will no longer be tolerated in Sanctuary, and we will show the heavens that we are worthy! I'll not have the faithful of Inarius shedding tears for a sinner. I won't say it twice. Where's your decency? Clear off! And you, you're Prava's abandoned lapdog. Is that right?
Just try it, pal. So before we talk to this... I'm not sure what to refer to him as. I almost want to call him an a-hole, but... oh, man. Let's talk about that cutscene before we talk to him. Can you believe that in that moment, it actually felt like Prava was actually the more reasonable and decent one there? The last time we saw Prava, and last time we talked about her, I said I wanted to punch her in the face. Because she, the way she called us a heretic in hell, and then sent Yosef after us and Lorath. Ugh. And yet there, she's the one who was actually like the decent person who actually wanted to let him go and let him live. And this guy, this is our new threat here, people. And let's just say that after being told what happened, my character is very tempted to shift into a werewolf right now and slice this guy's throat. Which I wish I could. I wish that was an option in the game. But we are in town, so we can't do that. And, well, this would just kind of make me look bad if that was the case. Wouldn't it? In front of all these people who clearly were following him, since they were right along with him and saying, "Yes, justice for the heretic!" And, yeah. I answer only to myself.
What a dismal, faithless existence. That's the problem with you and Horadrim. Such thinking always leads to hubris, and hubris leads to failure. Lorath's no stranger to it. Buried his own brother. Chased away the little one, that brat, Neirel. Only comfort left for him is at the bottom of a bottle. Tread carefully, wanderer. Judgment hungers for you both. And outside the city walls, not even our Reverend Mother will be able to stay its hand.
That sick bastard has probably already sent his zealots after Lorath. The old man better still be alive.
So, right away I want to let you guys know, one of the things I really like about this expansion is that our character that we play finally gets to be more vocal, be more of an actual character. We don't have characters like Lorath around. Spoilers, Lorath is actually not in this expansion. But we don't have characters like Lorath basically doing the majority of the talking and the scenes. Our character, the voice actors for the characters we play actually get to shine in this expansion when it comes to dialogue and the cutscenes and the quests and such. And I love it. I love it when the characters we play can actually be more of an actual character. Alright, so we now need to make our way towards Lorath's hut. But it's likely, like our character just said, he's probably already sent some of his knights after him, so we're probably going to be encountering some of them on the way there. Also, as a heads up, I've actually encountered a crash during one of the upcoming cutscenes, which, if it happens, I don't have a way to go back and fix it. So if that happens, I actually have my Barbarian ready to go to show that cutscene in case it happens on this character.
Rise and wear your...
So, as you can see, I can still do decent damage even on Torment 3, but you probably noticed right away my health bar started to go down pretty quickly.
How many have the knights killed? Madness.
So, yeah, the knights have been going through and just straight up killing people that they have deemed to be heretics, whether it's true or not. Let's just say these guys kind of remind me of the Scarlet Crusade in that regard. Impaled on what appears to be his own weapon, heretic is smeared in blood on the front of the armor. Yes, even their own knights they are killing.
Stop right there, stranger.
Witness the cost of heresy.
From flesh to flame, to the Father's holy light.
So I'll give this a shot on Torment 3, but if this starts to become an issue, I'm going to bring it back down to Torment 2, because I can handle Torment 2. Torment 3, though, well... Now, I actually did a couple of pit runs since the last video to try and up the Fang and Claw glyph up to at least 15, so I can make sure I got, you know, the extra bonus and such there. So all 5 of my glyphs are now benefiting. I even moved around a couple of nodes here and there to make sure that all 5 of them that I'm using are getting their extra additional bonus right now. So you'll be able to see some of that as, you know, when it comes to some of the bonuses that they do have. Now, I know the poison one isn't a big deal, but still. Considering that it does apply poison damage in Shred. I also, of course, love buffing this one. The fact that when I'm in Werewolf, which I'm always in, more damage reduction, just more damage. But yeah, this is the area where Lorath's hut was, and they have basically completely moved in and made a whole camp here. Which is not great, considering what they've been doing to people. You can even see some of the monsters are like, hey!
You there! Why do you approach the house of a known heretic?
Let me through.
Deny me again, and you will join the condemned sin. I will ask only once more. What do you know of Lorath Nar?
I know that he's a recluse and a drunk, but he's not the one burning people alive.
Silver words from a sinner's tongue. You will atone!
Consider me atoned. Oh! Okay, so they had an even bigger guy inside. The Enkindled Judicator. Seriously, are these guys just straight out of Warhammer 40k? Oh boy. Okay, well, if you guys have been wanting to see more of a challenge for me, you're getting it now. I may have to try my luck again actually trying to unlock Torment 4 here on my Druid.
I wish you'd arrived a moment sooner.
This is bad. A heap of books and scrolls investigated by the Burned Knights and then discarded. The bookcase has been, well, rummaged through. Now with damaged shelves and missing books, the hidden door seems to be jammed. The table was turned over and destroyed during the Burned Knights' frenzied search. Are you alright?
No. Shins broken. Legs are dead weight.
Where is Lorath?
Don't know. No one knows. Third time I've come here looking for him. First time I got caught. Brought a message for the old man. We found Neyrelle.
Neyrelle? Is she safe?
A friend of mine is keeping an eye on her. The steelsmith, Raher. Biggest man in Giakul. He'll know where she's gone.
Wanderer. So many
Prava.
paths, always leading to you. And who is this?
Give me a reason, Prava. I'm begging you. I dare you. Give me a reason. You see these claws? They will go across your throat any second. Beg you. Please, I'm begging you. Begging you. Give me a reason to do so. Why are you here?
I am here to seek aid. Haradrim. Lorath. He was profane, yes, but reliable. I see he isn't here. Where is Neyrelle?
As if I'd answer now.
Leave, Prava. Your knights are dead already. No sense in joining them.
My knights? How poorly do you think of me that I would be
Very.
half to death? This was Urivar's doing, not mine.
Who is Urivar? What do you know of him?
He was just another man of faith. Another knight marching through hell. Nameless, faceless. I never knew what he truly was. Until now. A repentant man prays for forgiveness, and Urivar burns him alive. There's no faith in such an act, no redemption. Only ego.
You didn't stop him?
No, I didn't. But he's begun a war for the cathedral's heart. To save every life is to lose the war. I am not your enemy, Wanderer. Not when I gave you my blessing. Not when we shed blood together in the streets of Caldeum. And not now. Your mind is poisoned against me, I see that. But in time, you will accept the truth. All those who serve the light must huddle together. lest we die alone in the cold.
It's no use talking to her. Just go. Find Raher. I'll be fine.
Yeah, my mind is pretty poisoned against you. That's definitely for sure. Who are you, by the way? How do you know Loreth?
I'm just a messenger. A friend of a friend. I only know Lorath by reputation.
As for you... will you at least help her?
Help me. She's more likely to slit my throat.
And lo, the ailing child was brought before the Holy of Holies. I know your fear, child. I felt it too. I will help her as the Father helped me. Be certain of it.
Akarat bless me. But somehow I believe her.
You started this manhunt for Lorath, okay? So why the sudden change in heart?
Because the church is changing. Surely you've seen it. What I began as an act of mercy has become an act of sadism.
Mercy. You sent a priest to murder Lorath.
I sent a priest to bring him to judgment. Lorath was the one to choose murder, not I. He earned execution twice over. But even the greatest of sins can be forgiven in a time of need.
Doesn't even regret, blames Lorath that it was his fault when we know that wasn't true. But because of the situation with Urivar, she's willing to put the past behind us. That's my response to that, Prava. I spit at your feet about that. And what exactly do you want with Neyrelle? If you actually say you want to kill her...
I want to save her, of course. I can ensure her punishment is fair and merciful, not the bloodbath Urivar will doubtlessly call for. If we can keep him off that stage, well, it would be advantageous for us all.
See, the part where you say she still needs to be punished is the part where you lose me, Prava. Screw you. Let's go to Gaeakul. I should mention that unfortunately, and I think I actually already mentioned this earlier in the playthrough when I discovered it, you'll also notice that some things have changed here in Gaeakul. But unfortunately, there's a portion of this expansion that I will actually not be able to show you because they made it a count where once it happens, you can't do it again if you want. Which is unfortunate because they actually recently made it. Now, I hope that this would be a change because I was actually really upset when I found out about this. They made a change recently where in the new season, once you reach that certain level, you don't have to go do the quest to unlock it, because it'll just automatically be unlocked for you as an account-wide thing. But you could still do it if you want, and if you do, you get a cash for it as a reward. This happened with my Necromancer. I reached the level to get my Golem. I was just given the Golem skill. I didn't have to go do the quest, but I still did. It was still there for me to do, and I still did it so I could get the cash. But the fact that I could do it again was a great option. And that's what I want with my other characters here when it comes to some of these things. Not just necessarily in terms of the class quest, but in terms of the quest to unlock the upcoming feature. Because once we get there, they were unlocked for my Necro because I had already done them on my Spiritborn. And I was just upset that I couldn't do the quests, because that means I can't show them to you guys here, which they were cool quests, and I wanted to show them, but unfortunately I can't. At least I don't think I can, unless they've gone back and changed that. Hopefully, but I don't know. By the way, you'll notice there's a different version of the Gaeakul, because I'm still in werewolf form while we're here in town. That's a big deal.
You want in? You'll get checked for disease like everyone else.
So yes, they are basically doing this whole barricade of the town.
Lady, I told you. There's no more room in the hold.
Please, you have to bring him with you. I can't let them take his body.
You'll notice all the corpses.
No coin, no deal. You want the blade, you pay the price.
Smithing fit for an iron wolf. Axes, armor, pots and pans.
Rahir? Excuse me, I'm looking for someone named Rahir.
Lucky day, friend. You seem to have found him. I hope the cobbler didn't send you. Such a kind heart. Patched up her doorframe once. Now she sends every poor soul that needs a carpenter my way. Only, that's not quite what
I'm here for Nerel.
Ah, a friend of Lorath's then. Here, step into my workshop. Some things are best shared in privacy. And comfort. Faye, we have a guest.
Yes, Papa.
Aww. You have information for me?
Come, sit. I think better when I'm working. Faye, have you seen my... This is my daughter Fayira. We can speak freely here. Isn't that right?
I understand you've word of Nerel.
Yes, our friend Lorath was on her trail. But he left off. Didn't say why or where to. I saw her though. She came through town a few weeks ago.
How did she seem?
You needn't be so cautious. I know what she carries. I've seen what it has cost her. Last I saw her, she went in search of passage across the river, into Nahantu.
What? You just let her go up alone? You didn't even offer to help her? What is wrong with you?
Could you fetch the set chisel for me, dear?
Yes, Papa.
Fahira is a foundling. Of circumstance, if not neglect. She and the welfare of this town are the responsibility I have taken onto my shoulders. Just as you, Lorath, and Nerel have chosen to carry the burden of creation on yours. I will not trade one for another. Would you?
I suppose not.
You care too much, my friend. But that is a glad thing. Whatever you need while you're on Geokul, I will be by your side. They've returned. Stay put, Faye. If trouble comes a-knocking...
Then I go to the hideout, like you said.
That's my girl.
She's so cute. Alright, time to slaughter some knights.
I am in your debt.
Oh! Apparently it's not just knights we're dealing with. No, looks like some demons are making their way in here too. Oh boy, we may have to actually work together here.
Guardsmen, how many?
More than usual. The gate won't hold.
They must not breach the city.
Oh gosh. Corpse wagons! Oh, that's... All the corpses they were piling onto the wagons to take out of town got corrupted. Oh, that's wonderful. That's just great.
Ha! You're as scrappy as Lorath said. But this isn't over yet. Come.
I mean, I would think he would want to praise me considering that I'm a freaking werewolf that can slice these demons to pieces. Oh, this is bad.
Things. All sludge and bone.
Yeah, this is bad. Look at all this. What are these creatures?
Hard to say for certain. Could have been Khazra at one point. Could have been people. The infection turns them all into... this. We call them hollows. First sightings were a month ago. Not long after Neira left. Now we're drowning in them.
So yeah, it's been a little while since the events of Act 6. And this is what the corruption of Mephisto's hatred can cause. Where did they come from?
Down south, over the river border to Nahantu. Perhaps you've heard of it. Some of the old Imperial maps have it as Dorajan. Only the desperate or foolish actually travel that way, though. The sands might starve you, but the jungle chokes.
So how do we stop them?
We don't. The infection started in Nahantu. We can only stymie the flow.
Nahantu. That's where you said Neyrel's gone. I need to go after her.
I know. And I promise we'll find her. Just as soon as Gayakul is safe.
Alright. Yeah, look at that thing.
Back to the hells with you! They take everything. Flesh, gear, hell. Even the grass isn't spared.
No kidding. Look at it, just all over the ground. Oh, those things are nasty. Alright, right here. Looks like you can handle yourself in the fight. That's good to know, because I'm going to need your help, buddy.
A dozen lives are saved.
It's sad when the Conduit Shrine is not as strong as some of your builds. That was the case with my Spiritborn last season. The Conduit was so much weaker than my Crushing Hand build. It was kind of pathetic how weak it was. Ooh, Ancestral Gloves. I will hold on to those. Actually, is that an upgrade? I can upgrade that aspect. Okay. So, I actually found out one of the aspects that I actually need for that Lacerate build I was talking about. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Is down here. This right here. This is an aspect that I haven't gotten yet. But this is actually one of the recommended aspects that you're supposed to put on your weapon for that Lacerate builds, which makes sense since it's an ultimate. So, until I get that aspect so I can put on my weapon, I can't really use the Lacerate build yet. Basically, it's like I'm just going to have to stick with my Shred build until I have all the necessary pieces I need to actually try the actual Lacerate build. Because otherwise, it's just like, well, I've got the build set up, I just don't have, like, the aspects and, like, the gear ready for it, you know? Like, if you're going to, like, swap between builds, you're probably going to have 2 separate sets of gear to swap between on your characters in order to fully optimize swapping between actual builds, you know? Because otherwise, I'm going to have to change all the tempering on my gear if I want to use the same gear for both builds, and you can't really do that. Also, I should probably save my current build. I'll do that next time I find an armory. I'll make sure to, like, do an updated save.
The rot is thick to the east. Let's clear it out, stop it spreading.
Ugh. So gross. Absolutely disgusting. You know what's funny is that I can't really notice the poison damage that my shred would be doing. Also, there's something else that I could use now, but I think I'll wait until we actually unlock it before I actually consider including it in my build. I'm, of course, referring to the runes. But even I don't have all the possible runes that you can get right now to give me all the possible options. And that is one of the frustrating parts about trying to get to utilize some of the best builds when you don't have all the pieces you need to actually fully utilize why it's considered so good. As you can see, this whole corruption is very spread, and this is very, very bad. That's this spread.
Good work. To the bridge now. The hollows run thickest there.
Reconnecting, oh boy. Uh-oh, am I actually about to, like, disconnect or something?
We're going to die here.
Only 2 gods? Where are the rest?
They won't stop. Each kill brings 2 more. We're the only ones left.
Calm yourself. We're going to finish this fight, and then drinks are on me. You hear?
If the video abruptly cuts off here, it's probably because the game crashed and I would have to, like... And I would probably just cut it off and just restart and, you know, continue this in the next part. Besides, I'm probably going to do so anyway because the cutscene I'm referring to is coming up and...
Eyes up, backs together.
I really don't want it to crash on me on my character here because I want to show the entire cutscene. But if it does, I'm probably going to have to swap to one of my other characters to show it to you. But I certainly do not want a disconnect to happen. In which case I may have to actually go double check my internet because there are times in the middle of the night where it'll just randomly drop and it's extremely frustrating.
Steady.
That's...
Breath. Together. Cut it down.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yeah, that thing's pretty gross.
I can't. Damn things. Hold on, Godsman.
He's dying, isn't he?
Gone. We will remember. Things are worse than I thought. The hollows are stronger and more numerous than we've ever seen. I promised I'd take you to Nerel, and I mean to keep that promise. But if the hollows attack Geokul again... If Yira...
I understand. Go. See to your daughter.
Thank you, my friend. We'll meet further down the road and find Nerel together. I swear it.
Nerel was traveling by boat. The old bridge should have a good vantage of the river.
Alright, that reconnecting to Diablo 4 concerns me. I'm going to cut it off here. For 2 reasons. 1, because of that, I want to make sure that things are fine. But 2, because that cutscene I'm referring to is coming up. And in case something happens, I want to be able to try and do a swap to show it to you guys. So, I'll be right back.